white knuckle tracks, huge hill climbs, full drive swallowing mud. This is Victoria, and it's absolutely wild. Right now, we're in the middle of a huge adventure on the local tracks of Victoria, and trust me when I say we're having an absolute blast. Buckle in, folks, because this is going to be a good one. Wowzers. I haven't heard Soot be that angry for a long time. There's mud going everywhere. That's about as much fun as you'd have your pants on, there's no doubt about that. Right now, we're pointing the Forbies at a classic local track in the forest north of Melbourne. And for this trip, I've got a co-pilot joining me in Sooty, who's frothing for the challenges ahead. Well, here we are in Victoria, and this trip's a little bit different because I've got a passenger. That's right, Chris is in the car. Now Chris is a lucky winner. Now we did a golden ticket for Snatch late last year. 2,000 people entered, mate, and you're the lucky or unlucky bugger that got that golden ticket. So you ready for a big couple of days in the tracks, mate?
Well, mate, I'm keen. I've been looking forward to this trip for a while, so I can't believe it's true. Let's do it.
For our first challenge, we're taking on Phone Track, a steep and rocky little number that'll put the convoy to the test. Chris jumps right in and takes the Wranglers down to 15 psi. A good choice for the tough tracks in this part of the country. Next in the convoy is Jocko, who's back behind the wheel of Graham's D-Max, and let's be honest, adding a lot more scratches to it. Joining us in the convoy is a top bunch of blokes, starting with Sam from Sparesbox, followed by Pete from Ultimate 9, Stu from Wholesale Automatics, and Ruben in the big XT200 from DMW Industries. First little challenge of the day, mate. Look out.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you don't get car sick, do you?
No.
No, you're right. The climb up Phone Track offers a whole lot of challenging lines in the wet and can become pretty hairy. Last time we attempted this track, we collectively broke a tail shaft, a tie rod and a CV. So we're in for a lot of fun. First up is a tight rutted section with a lot of things to bang your panels on. Up and over.
Oh, he's going up there. He's doing the rock dog line. Bonus line. Fucking you got bar work, mate. Oh.
I'll just rest here.
Yeah, that's a good handbrake.
Am I going to the left or the right? With the help of some slider pivoting, I've got Sooty up this section with no dramas. Or at least, that's what I thought.
Too much flex.
Would you look at that? After 20 years of punishment, the factory sway bar in the 80 has finally given up and snapped clean through. Well, this is a first for me. First time I've ever broken a sway bar off-road. It's actually snapped the sway bar, not the mounts. I've done that a million times before. But the first time the sway bar is actually snapped, I guarantee, we'll just put it down to a lot of flex has taken place over the years and it's just finally let go. But not to worry, I'll get this fixed when I get home. I think it's time to probably upgrade to a Fulcrum heavy duty one. I've got all the mounts and everything else Fulcrum, but just the sway bar standard 80. I'll just leave the rest of the sway bar in and get on with the job. There's a few line choices in this rock garden, but I'm going to go up the guts. Hold on, really tight.
Straight up.
Up we go.
How good was that?
Up we go. I'll never be able to turn through here though.
I thought you were going to struggle on that hill. Just
straight up. Straight up, mate. Like I ran up a drain pipe.
must be nice.
It really is. Oh, don't do that. I could roll it. Or I might not start. There we go. So I haven't scared you yet?
Nah, not yet, mate. You're good.
Doing all right.
I drove this track years ago when my Hilux was IFS. I remember it being a good bit of fun, so I'm keen to give it another go in a nice shiny D-Max.
That's it, Jocko. That's it. Well done. Well done, mate. Jocko's making the most of his time in the new IFS rig. and soon he's got the line dialed in for the D-Max.
Yes, well done, well done.
We're putting rocks and logs to help him clear the big step, and he's done it in style.
There you go, just... That's him, that's a ticket.
What up, mate?
There we go.
Well done, well done.
Very nice.
That is a fantastic drive. Yes, big wheel left.
Racetrack.
Well, that was a fantastic little drive. It's exactly the sort of terrain Jocko loves, that slow technical stuff where you get the tyres in the exact right spot, and that's exactly what he did then. Good to watch.
Yep.
Sam's biggest concern here is that the wide 200
Beautiful.
is going to lean into the rocks on the passenger side. But with those big 35-inch tyres, he's able to keep the body above the rocks and creep his way through.
Good old lift. That's it. Beautiful.
This track calls for great technical wheeling, and that was a textbook
There we
drive.
go. There we go.
Nice one.
That's the way.
Stu Dog is up next in his GU, which has a big canopy and smaller 33-inch tyres. So, panel damage is a real possibility. But as usual, Stu is not holding back.
It's all right.
It just keeps
He
going.
just keeps going, Stu. Nothing stops him.
Pete's up next and is opting to dial down the throttle response, just a touch, so he can get a smooth, controlled drive. This will reduce wheel slip, and no surprises here, he absolutely nails the climb.
Look at this thing.
Easy.
Easy done. Look
Straight
at
up.
that. Loves it.
The day that thing struggles, we're on a track that is too much.
Well, mate, you saw exactly how to do that in the GU.
Yes.
You're up next.
The big 200.
What are you
Show
gonna
us
do?
how it's done, mate.
Are you going to fit on this track?
No, the bottom bit's a bit on wet bar a bit.
Oh, yeah, come
Narrow.
on near that rock.
Yes.
Well, good luck, mate. We'll be there watching at least.
Oh,
What's the worst that could happen?
very, very tight little track, this one. I was looking at Sam's 200 before. It made it up. But I'm a little bit wider with me scrub bars and all that sort of jazz.
Here she comes, big girl.
You'd almost want to go as far that as you can that way.
So far, so good.
That's it, the big girl.
That's the ticket. That's the ticket. Nice and controlled. Won't even touch it.
It touched it.
It touched it. It touched it.
Well,
Why did
that
I say
sounded
that?
bad. This thing is built insanely tough, and a few scrapes aren't going to stop it.
Whoa, whoa. That is amazing. Didn't even
Large
like.
and in charge.
Holy sh! Yep, it's okay.
Mate, how'd that feel?
You
Wait,
doing
Some wavy boys.
reach for the sky a fair bit.
You know what? Even though it made a bit of noise when you touched rocks, those guards are perfect.
Yeah.
Didn't even mend. Didn't even
Yeah.
mend. Oh, just took
Amazing.
Took some paint off, mate. That's it.
That is fantastic.
It might be hugely capable,
That's right,
but the
that's it.
DMW rig is also pretty long. And Ruben has to pick another line through the rock garden to be able to
Yeah,
squeeze
that's
his
it.
way to the top.
It's lucky that canopy's built nice and strong, mate. That was insane. Did you look? Were you scared when you were about to roll over?
No, I think I'm a bit used to that now.
Exactly. Spending more time on 3 than 4. It's good to see, mate. That commitment and just driving nice and smoothly out there.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right, on to the next section.
This is a good little track. This one. Got nowhere to go but the up.
This chute caused all manner of dramas last time we tried it, but this time the conditions are a lot drier and getting up proves to be a lot easier.
Sort. Getting the job done. That's just a mirror. That'll be right.
Righto, see how we go.
Okay, Jocko, show us what you can do, mate.
That's it, Jocko.
There
That's
we go.
the ticket. Very close.
Almost.
A little bit of left hand down, Jocko.
Just a bump from there.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
And then right, then right. That's it, that's it.
There we go.
Yes!
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
There we go. How good. Well done, D-Max.
He's done extremely well to get up there. That's big tyre country. And he's done it on little tyres. It's going to be wide.
Yeah,
Very wide, Sooty. Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that. Barely a playing card in that one.
Wow.
Almost needs rear scrub dogs, doesn't it?
Not much in that.
No. That's it. Look at the tyres grip.
I know.
Very nice.
If it's dragging, we'll be all right. We're up it. Woo!
There's a lot of rocks. It's quite daunting from down here.
He's going to come really close with that canopy, I reckon. Oh, perfect,
Missed it.
Stu. Just a tiny bounce, mate, coming back about that much.
That's it.
That's the ticket. That's the
How
ticket.
good is an auto in an older rig?
Well done, Stu.
Stu's able to keep it on the throttle and
He's a
wave his
madman.
way through until his diff gets caught on the rut.
Oh, wheel lift,
Hey.
everything's going on up here.
Raise around
Oh,
it, young girl.
roll.
Yeah, it's
Not
like,
hanging back. There he goes.
it's like a slot car in the
Yeah,
rail.
right
It just
there.
goes.
That was a bit hardcore.
From an auto to a manual, Pete knows how to wheel though, and with no weight in that rig, he makes it look very easy.
It's not even like.
Righto. Just give it a little bit there. That's all you need.
I never know why I'm so surprised when that thing just idles up everything. It's so capable. Pete can steer as well. Who's next? You'll be right. The good thing is, Ruben, when your front tyres get to here, the back will be down there, so it's all good.
Here goes nothing.
Well, when Sam came up, it was a really wide vehicle. It was probably about, a couple of mils in it before his paintwork was on that rock. Ruben's even wider. He's got a wider offset plus a big canopy. So pretty excited to see how he goes. How you feeling, Ruben?
A little bit nervous because it's rather thin.
It is a thin track, mate, and your vehicle's not so thin, to be honest.
No, a little bit thick.
The good news is there's only one way you can possibly go, straight up this rut.
Let's give her a go.
On the bar work. It's on the bar work.
Scrub bars just did their job, mate.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And here we go.
Amazing. Except, just go back in a little pop.
Give her a bumpy, boy.
Yeah,
Yep.
little bump.
That's
Easy,
it.
easy.
Beautiful.
That is absolutely incredible. He only just fit. Like, both tyres were scraping up both banks the whole way up there. And how he didn't damage that canopy, I've got no idea.
With our first track under our belts, we're heading over to Toolangi, another state forest a few kilometres down the road, which is known for some of the gnarlier tracks going. And this one is no exception. A steep, steep climb that points straight up a mountain, full of slippery shale and some big rock steps. This one here is the start of a very famous track near Toolangi called the Rocky Track. Now, no prizes for guessing what they call it the Rocky Track. Have a go at all these rocks, just made up of thousands of rocks that sort of make traction a little bit hard. Any idea what's up ahead, mate?
Mate, I'm going to say more rocks.
Bingo, I reckon you're on the money there. Yep, this one looks like it's going to need a bit of commitment and probably a closer look before we even attempt it.
Looks way bigger when you get up to it,
It
doesn't it?
does. Down the bottom, I was like real confident. Now, not so much. This is huge. You got to try and
You can see all the black marks on it from where people have...
Tyres have come up,
Yep.
I guess, and turned in. Still a committing drive.
Yeah, it is, but it's rocks, so I think there's a fair bit of traction here. I just
Yep.
reckon you got to put all the lockers on and just commit.
And
as you
commit
said.
up there and get those tyres down nice and low, which I've done already. Once you're up there, just rock, rock, rock. Yeah.
Plenty of rocks. No wonder they call it, what do they call it?
Rocky track.
That's
mate.
it.
Rocky
Yeah,
track.
yeah, yeah.
Rocky
Yep.
track. You wouldn't believe it.
Righto, well, you're up first, mate.
Well, one thing's for sure, Jocko. You need a couple of big rocks to even drive this track,
You
mate.
do, mate. I'll pack some for you.
Yeah, I might need that.
Righto.
First, I reckon I'll come up, bit of a left boogaloo and up
Yep.
the track.
Yep, that's the way to go.
Woo-wee! I'll just try first.
I've barely even got my front tyres on this one, and Sooty is struggling. So, Jock jumps in and tries to build a bit of a path.
Tell you what, if you like rock packing, this is the track to come to. There's plenty to choose from. Righto, mate. The front wheels up and then give it a bump. Now go. There we go. Yeah. Well, after seeing that, I reckon there's another track over there. I might bring the D-Max up. These steps probably just a little bit too big for the little 31s. Still though, I reckon she'll have her work cut out for her over there. Keen to give it a go. Scrabbly.
Up you go. Got it. He's spitting rocks everywhere. Look at him go. Look at him go. How he still got traction, I've got no idea. Oh. He just ran out of traction. Yep, you got it. Bloody good drive, mate.
Step looks much bigger when you're in front of it.
It's not a tiny step, Sam. It's a big one. That is your line, mate. Well done.
Straight up. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's rocky.
Oh, celebrated too soon. If you just go back a bit.
There you go.
There you go.
Thanks, boys.
Yep.
It's a bang. It was a bang, but I sounded like a rock.
Where's the fun in that? Wow, he made that look easy. Just auto, nice and slow, big tyres, just crawled up. He gave it the right amount of momentum here, got his front tyres up and then just gave it a bump to pull the heavy rear of the vehicle up the step. That was an awesome drive by Sam. Who's next, eh?
I did this many years ago in my Triton with 31-inch tyres. Nope, didn't happen.
Yep, that's your line. Yes!
There we go.
Well done, Stu. Well
And
done,
drive
mate.
on, Stu dog.
Just go back a tiny bit.
Front diff.
That's all right. That's all right. Go back a tiny bit. A bit of left.
To the left,
Bit more
right.
left.
No,
Yep.
just go. There we go. Now right. It's the same rock that got your front diffs, now got your rear diff. Might be able to bump it. There we go. Well done, Stu.
Yeah.
Here comes the patrol bump. Now. Ah, didn't do the patrol bump.
Maybe not that way.
Not that much, a bit less. Yep, on that, mate. Woohoo! Perfect. Thank you. Yep, go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, baby.
Beautiful.
With a
Great
few
news.
rocks in the right place, Stu is up and over. Nice work, boys.
Have a go. There we go.
There he is. He got it. throttle when he needs it. Loves it. Loves
Roll,
it.
bud. Didn't even need to.
And that, folks, is a drive. What a weapon.
Mate, I've said it before, say it again. Pete is an incredible driver, but also that patrol of his set up just perfect, I reckon.
Definitely on the throttle too. He was nice and smooth on some of these rock steps. Didn't need
Yep.
to feed it, didn't lose traction from too much throttle.
That's the thing, he was running E2, so economy mode, so
So he brought it down.
it dampens the throttle purposely, because that's
Okay.
the last thing you want to do in a terrain like this, is to be on and off the throttle. When you do that, it causes wheel spin.
Yep,
That wheel spin will
move
be
rocks
loss of traction,
everywhere.
and that's
Yep.
where you just stay still, spin rocks. That's how you brake these and stuff as well.
That's his secret as to why he drives so good.
You're not wrong, mate. Guess who's coming up next?
Big Ruben,
Mate,
big
this
200.
is going to be interesting because he's got a very different wheelbase from all the other vehicles, so it'll either work in his favour or it won't.
All right, we'll find out. Righto, mate.
On the list of insane places to take a massive chassis extended 4-ton rig, this would be right up there. But Ruben is here to test his rig and his canopy, and he's
Mate.
absolutely frothing for it.
Beautiful.
Just bump that, just come back a fracco and bump it. Made that rock step look easy.
As you can probably hear, that noise is coming from Ruben's
it.
caliper. Now, he's got a little bit of an
Beautiful.
issue with the brakes, but this isn't the place to fix it.
No.
While it's very annoying, this is something we'll try and fix later. Still, it's not stopping him from pointing his way to the top. That is an incredible drive and a testament to that build.
Whoa. Didn't hold back there.
Mate, I've got to say, this is an absolute machine.
Well, mate, I got to the bottom of the hill and I thought I might need this, but I've decided to put that away. I've actually, it just ate it.
It did, mate. Well, you know what I'm so surprised about? This is a big rig, and it's a, look, let's be honest, it's a tourer. It's designed to go touring, tough touring at that. You've been bouncing the canopy and tray off every rock in Victoria. And it's still in one piece. It's got a few scratches and stuff like that, but
It's all cosmetic.
it's a real testimony to your work that you do at BMW. I mean, you build things tough and build things very practical as well.
Yeah, look, I like to have stuff that's really staunch and and really nice and comfy to be in as well, so you can take you anywhere.
Yeah, exactly right, mate. Well, it's very impressive. I'm gonna go get back in Sooty and hopefully she starts.
Jocko, you copy, mate.
Sure do, mate.
If it's okay with you, I reckon we start heading towards camp because while it's sunny now, it's going to get dark quite soon, and that'll probably get us enough time to get to a nice campsite. And then maybe we're going to cook up a bit of a treat.
Oh, stop it, mate. You read my mind. If you're cooking, what do you reckon? I don't know if Chris has ever experienced your cooking before. I don't know if he should be excited or worried.
Hey, funny you say that. The first thing I said to Chris when he got in the car is how strong your guts are, and he said, pretty good, so he's up for it, mate.
That's got to mean you've got something delicious planned. Well, sounds good. I'll follow you. Let's get to camp and grab the cold one, eh?
Sounds like a plan, mate. It pays to know a local wherever you wheel, and in this case, Peter's managed to hook us up with an awesome private campsite back at Talarook, overlooking the stunning hills of the Yarra region. Flat ground, firewood on hand, and tracks right next door, it doesn't get much better.
Look at that, mate.
With camp set up, it's time to kick back and enjoy what Victoria Camping is best known for, rugging up around a big fire and enjoying a few frothies. And by the looks of things, Chris has had just as much of a blast as we've had. We're going to need a few camp kitchens going to handle this meal and an extra fire pit as well. Trust me, this one's going to be all time, and better yet, it'll put fast food to shame.
What a big day on the
Cheers,
tracks.
boys.
And this is what I love about Victoria so much, mate. Hard wheeling, then you come back to an awesome campsite.
Yeah,
There's
what a
just
spot
so
as
many.
well.
There's so many, and this is a fantastic spot. You've got a fire going, it's a little bit chilly at night. The only thing that's gonna make this a tiny bit better.
I know what it is. You're cooking.
Yeah, and look, I'm so excited about this one. Out of all the cooking I've ever done, okay, what would you rate as a #1 cooking I've ever done?
Oh, probably those burgers you did in the cave.
The triple stackers?
Yeah.
Bingo, I knew you love that one. Well, put it this way, this is gonna be better. One up.
Better than...
Yeah. So
That's a big call.
You thought a triple stacker burger was good?
Yeah.
You wait till I've got it.
Oh, stop it. I'm excited already. Do you need some help?
Well, how good's this? I love camping in Victoria. I mean, Victoria, I reckon, is one of the best places to camp in Australia, especially when you get a hookup from Pete.
Mate, it
How
is
good's
cold.
I know it's a little bit cold, but
Yeah.
how good is this campsite?
Oh, stunning. So lucky.
The only way we could make this a tiny bit better is if I cooked an
Mate,
amazing
I
meal. Look,
am that excited.
I've done KFC out in
Yeah.
the bush. What about Macca's? Don't muck around with quarter pounders. Don't even muck around with double quarter pounders. I'm going for a full pounder tonight.
That's what?
Can you imagine? Everyone.
Half a kilo of
And
meat.
this is the thing as well. It's a little bit of a eating challenge meets bush cooker.
Oh, mate,
So I'm
stop it.
talking
This
about-
is, you're speaking my language already. I've got a big mouth and I can eat a lot of food.
Because I reckon I can do a pounder better than McDonald's can. Simple
Big
as that.
call.
I'm going to start off, mate. There's a lot of meat to come out.
Yeah,
okay?
there is. Okay.
So get ready.
Yep.
Have you washed your hands?
I did wash my hands, but I've touched some stuff after, so I should probably
Make sure you wash your hands
Yep.
because this one, I'm going to grab out the meat. I can give those to
Yep.
you, mate.
Mate,
I
this
got
is a lot of meat.
There's a lot of beef going on here. Now, grab those straight out.
Yep.
Now, here's a little tip for you guys. If you're making burgers, right, try and
Put it
get
in
the cheapest mince you can buy, the one with the highest fat content. And I'll tell you why, because if you don't have a lot of fat content in the mince, it's not going to stick together. Now, just like a scene out of Ghost, mate, if I could get your hands for a second, move that
outstanding.
around. I need to put some spices in here because you can't just have mince just straight
Oh,
up.
sorry, I thought we were doing that.
So start kneading it, mate. As simple as that.
Oh, it's cold.
A little bit of pepper now. Keep going. Keep going.
My hands are going numb.
Oh, don't act like you haven't eaten a bit of meat before.
I
in your
have,
life,
mate.
Jocko.
I've needed a bit of meat in my time.
Bit of cayenne pepper. We're going for a tiny bit of spice. That's a lot of spice.
That's a lot of spice.
Oh, wow.
Mate, we have a lot of patties to make as well.
There's a lot of patties to make, and this is the thing, like everyone has to eat a full pounder.
Has to. There's,
There's no two ways about this. If you do not eat a full pounder, I'm gonna make the rule right now.
Yep.
You're on winch recoveries for the rest of the trip, plus you're sharing the beers. There's a lot of steak.
There's
here,
a bit
folks.
on here. Like,
And to put it in perspective, a pound in the new scale is
about what, 450?
450 to 500 grams, let's call it.
That's half a kilo of meat.
It's a fair bit going on. Now, if you can just make a couple of balls, Jocko.
How much big? Because I like
Well, I'm making thin patties, all right? Because that's the key. You don't-
more than that.
That's about right.
I just need the ball.
And you can tell, that's why we're using this grade of mince, because they stick together quite well.
Is your ball bigger than mine?
Yeah, slightly. You saw the way I drove that cake today, didn't you?
Yeah, sure.
Then I'm just going to grab an iron jack
Oh.
can, and I'm really going for the thin, low-profile patties. We'll need 4 patties per burger times 8.
I'm just going to keep playing with these balls until you're ready to go, because I've got a lot to make. So
You do. I'm going to get Ruben's cooker here as well. I need multiple kitchens on the go here.
tell you what, that kitchen that Ruben brought has been a godsend.
How good is it?
Yeah.
How good is it? All right, they're going straight in, mate. We're going to play with a fair bit more meat now, and there's about 40 patties to make, so we'll check in with you real soon. We'll get this show on the road, and then it becomes go time.
Yep.
Now, Ruben, yeah, there you are. Can you come in here for a second, mate?
We need some help.
There's a lot going on. If you can get the buns going, I've got all the buns down the side of Sooty down there. They've been marinating all day in the sun. So you can get the buns out and just toast the inside of the bun.
Yeah. Just a light toast.
Just straight on that drifter, little fire pit. That's all set up. If you just do that, and then we'll sort this out. We'll get the meat ready.
Yep.
You bring your buns over, and holy heck, we've got a full pounder going on. So yeah.
Mate, there is
Wow.
a lot going on
There's
right
a
now.
lot going on in this kitchen.
Righto,
2
what's
kitchens,
next?
got a bit of cheese.
Yep.
Now, simple, you've been using raw mince on this one, just gonna flip that over.
Yep,
So we've got
easy,
a
easy.
freshie. If you wanna start cutting them up, they
Yep.
can literally just be quite diced. Nah, Jock, just stop trying.
What happened?
Just get them and just
That size?
Pop them in. Yeah.
Oh, I was going into little squares, but
Well, it's better if you do.
do
but
whatever
I just
you
didn't
want,
know if
really.
you had the knife skills for that. Turn that up, get a bit of heat on them. And for these last little ones, I'm gonna melt the cheese on.
it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
So guys, what we're looking at here is basically, we've got, imagine 2 buns. You're gonna put a lot of meat between those buns. Between every layer of meat, you're gonna have a slice of cheese.
Yep. Yum.
And then on the bottom and the top of the bun, you're gonna have ketchup and you're gonna have
Mustard.
And then on the top of the bun, you're gonna have also some raw onion.
Yeah, that's a trade secret. Well, I don't think it's a secret. Anyone could just lift their fast food burger up and see.
They are looking good, mate. I'm just gonna move those apart so the cheese doesn't stick.
Yeah.
Reuben,
Oh, look at
well
that.
done. This is perfect timing, actually. Bring those in here. All right, we've got some buns. Let's start building some burgers now. Jocko, follow my lead. Grab that one.
Yep.
The key is, okay, this is actually, you need to learn this part. This is gonna make or break the burger. 1, 2, 3, 4. In between each of these, put one of those. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How are my ratios? More?
Oh, a little bit more than
A
that.
little bit more? How much would we talk about?
Yeah, about that much. All right, things are gonna get loose.
1, 2.
Just use that
That
one.
one's, hang on. Look at that.
Yum.
Okay.
That's okay. You can eat these raw. All right, the fourth one. Okay, we're not done yet. Okay, I'm gonna put that straight on top. Little bit of onion, and that's raw. Hold on to that for a second. Hold on to that for a second.
Oh, I forgot the pickles.
Oh, pickles! Do not forget the pickles. Never forget the pickles. Boys, grab your plates, I suggest. Things are gonna get real quick. All right, I need some cheese.
Cheese. Hang on.
Quick.
Where are we?
Quick. I need more patties. Jocko, those are actually quite small. I'm gonna give you an extra.
I get an extra one.
Righto, boys, just put the lid on that one. That is what we're talking about here. That is a real pounder. And if you've ever had a bit of experience with a pounder, it's a lot going on. I reckon I suggest, before you take your first bite, let's go sit around the campfire and we'll just dig into these.
Yep.
Sounds like a good idea.
Eating challenge.
Eating challenge.
Yep.
I need 2 hands.
Let's do it, eh?
Okay.
Righto, boys.
We are on.
We ready to go?
The pounder challenge begins right now. Yeah. Wrap your laughing gear in that. That's a full pound we're talking about. A lot of meat here.
And here we go.
I move my mouth around that. Oh my God.
Mate,
Oh wow.
it tastes like a normal one.
It tastes like a quarter pounder, but 4 of them.
You put him down.
I've got a bit of heartburn.
Already.
I'm only halfway in.
Hang in there, fella. Don't give up. Drive through.
I've got to pick a better line.
Commit.
I'll put my lockers on and go again. Hang on, boys. Oh, what? What?
The winner.
Winner!
Winner.
He just had a pounder. I've still got half a pound to go. Sam, well played, mate.
Everyone bring it back.
Oh, that it? Is that it? Mm-hmm. Jocko's done. There he goes. Got the sweats.
It's either a burp or a vomit coming. Sean Petunia Whale, you finish that patty. There's one little bit. One more waffle. Oh, he's slowing down. The years haven't been kind to you, mate. It's okay. Yeah. Oh. Sean.
It's hurting.
It's hurting.
What a burger.
6.
Done.
Here comes 6.
Come 6. Oh, he's done it. He's done it.
He's done the pound. He's been pounded.
Well, there you go, mate. I've cooked Dirty Bird and Mackie D's. I'll put the question
next?
out to you guys. Exactly right. What do you reckon I should cook next? Now, put it in the comments below because I'm pretty keen. A little bit of a challenge for the next cooking scene. Plus, I want to also do a bit of an eating challenge as well. So put something clever down in the comments below, and if we cook your meal, put it this way, you're going to win a prize. Well, boys, I reckon that is a win in my eyes.
Cheers,
everyone.
mate.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, boys. Cheers,
The pounder
mate.
challenge has been complete, Sam.
Oh.
You did well, mate. You nailed that.
You did.
We did all right.
Well, that's a pretty good way to finish up a cracking day on the tracks of Victoria. But tomorrow, things are going to get muddy. Very muddy. It's a perfect autumn morning in the hills of Talarook, and while the rigs may be looking pretty clean in this point, they're about to get a whole lot of muddy makeup, because today we tackle one of the wilder tracks in the region, the notoriously boggy Aeroplane track. One thing's for sure, today is going to be a cracker. If you're planning to wheel hard in this part of the world, you've got to be prepared, and that means knowing your vehicle.
So if you're wheeling an IFS vehicle on tougher tracks like me in the D-Max and Sam in the Big 200 series, you need to make sure you take the appropriate spares for your vehicle. So I thought I'd show you what Sam's got packed in the back of the 200 so you can get a rough idea on what you need. And as you'd expect, the Spares Box 200 is kitted out with pretty much every spare you could possibly need. When it comes to an IFS vehicle, the big two spares I reckon you should carry are a spare CV and then a spare rack and tie rod end. Now, it's worth checking with your specific vehicle to ensure that these aren't left and right specific, but if you're not sure, the guys at Spares Box can help you out, and the website will actually tell you if you need one for the left and one for the right. When it comes to more general spares though, it's just a case of knowing what's more likely to fail on your vehicle. Checking online and doing a bit of research will help you with that. In the case of the 200 series, it's one of these. They've got an alternator that's quite low down, and it's well known that they fail after a little bit of mud. So Sam carries a spare alternator, so it's good to go. One thing I like to do on my vehicle, because it's a bit older, is if I'm going on a big trip, I'll order the spares from Spares Box, I'll change them, and then I'll keep the old ones in the back as spares, because it means that you know that if something does fail out in the bush, that the spares you've got have come off the vehicle already, so they'll already fit. In the case of Sam though, he's got plenty of spares just in case the Big 200 does break, but he's been wheeling pretty well so far, so I reckon he'll be right.
With a hot breakfast on board, we're ready to hit the Frog and Toad, and soon we're all packed up and ready to get back into it. Soon enough, we're back in Toolangi, and today's track is up ahead. Aeroplane track is an absolute belter, right in the heart of the state forest. The muddy ruts on this track are absolutely next level, and it gets bigger as you head up the climb. One thing is guaranteed, this is going to be one heck of a track, and I'm up first. Second gear. The good thing with second gear is sort is you can idle a little bit, and then when you need to put your foot down, it's got all that torque usable down in the rev range. And this is where a lot of people go wrong with power. They get big, powerful drives, but it's useless when you're in low range and you need power from almost idle. Here we go. This one is going to be a bit of a doozy. Up we go. Oh yes, pretty fun. Like all the fun.
Ready for some mud bogging?
Oh mate, I am so keen.
The thing you'll notice about this car compared to Sooty is it doesn't smell. Did you notice that sitting next to Sean?
Yeah mate, yeah.
Chris must have been impressed by Jock's driving yesterday, as he's opted to check out life in the D-Max.
Sean's got a real weak stomach as well. If he smells this mud, it's all over. Come on, D-Max. Yeah. It's like a train track.
It is, isn't it?
Let's go. Let's try that again, eh? I don't think we're getting up that.
I don't think so.
I think we're just diffing out a bit, but I'll try it again anyway.
Like much of Victoria's tracks, this one has been cut by big tyres, and the D-Max runs a touring setup with only a moderate lift. And in this case, the clearance isn't enough.
The problem here is these ruts are quite deep, super slippery as well, but it's not even the fact that the D-Max can't get the traction, it's the fact that the wheels are not properly touching the ground because it's hung up on the underbody and the rear diff. So that means that traction's almost impossible. Another option is to get Sooty and go for a big snatch and just pulling through this hard bit here.
You good, Jocko?
Yeah, mate, let's go.
That was something.
That was intense. There's this black smoke and mud in front of me. I didn't even know which way the D-Max was going. Or stop it. Chris needs to change your pants.
I'm going to bring some wet towels down pronto. That was a lot of soot, a lot of mud flying. I got half of it on the inside of the cab. That was so much fun. This is just the first section of Aeroplane track, and already it's proving to be quite the challenge. Sam's up next with big tyres and big power. This should sound sweet.
It's just like good old-fashioned mud bogging, baby.
It's a lot tighter when you've got a 200.
Easy. Not even struggling. You're just driving to the shops, mate.
Those big Wrangler muddies are getting the job done, and Sam's made it up the first section in style.
It just throws you around. But, ooh, it's good fun.
Oh, that thing is a weapon, hey. Just he
Makes
didn't
some
even need
noise.
to,
That's
like-
the thing, he wasn't right into it, was he?
No, I think he probably wasn't even above 2,000
Well,
RPM.
the good news is he hasn't seen what's around the corner. He's going to need to get on that limiter, I think,
Yeah,
pretty soon.
100%. Who's next? The big dog. He will need to be on the limiter.
Stu, we're ready for you, mate. I know you're ready for this, mate. A little bit of white line fever. Have a crack.
Here I come. Be a plane, be a plane.
I think momentum's going to be your best friend.
Here comes the big dog. He's not holding back.
Oh, not enough momentum.
Stu's running 33-inch tyres, and that's going to be his shortfall. These are big ruts. Unless you've got 35s, I reckon you're going to be having a real hard time in these ruts. Come on, Stu, I want to see mud on that little chrome dome of yours.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Go, 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 go. Oh, go, go, go. There we go. Go, 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 go. Left, right, good line.
Oh dear.
Once again, clearance is the issue here, and Stu is soon beached in the mud.
Well, like I was saying before, every vehicle that's got less than 35-inch tyres is really going to struggle here. Just that diff clearance is what's holding a lot of these vehicles back. Traction isn't too bad. So that's why we're going to get the Spares Box 200 down. He's going to come back with the big 35s, essentially do to the GU what Sooty did with the D-Max and just tow it all the way up, because these ruts go for about 500 metres up there. Pretty wild track.
We've soon got a kinetic rope hooked up with some soft shackles, ready to snatch the big GU up.
You ready, Stew dog? Because when I get going, we're not stopping. Good.
Oh, that is the call of our people.
That is pretty cool. V8, mud flying. Doesn't get much better than that.
That is sick.
Oh my God. Well, I think Toolangi in Latin means big tyres, V8s and mud flying everywhere. This place is living up to all expectations. Toolangi's absolutely off the chart. What do you reckon, boys?
Oh, mate. The call of our people, that car.
Pretty wild, pretty wild.
Pete's got 35s on his GU, but only a 3-litre motor. It's going to be interesting to see if he's got enough power to make it up this big
Gotta
muddy
give it
climb.
more ultimate than that, mate.
Thing is, he's got to unleash all that power if he wants to drive it up here. There he goes, here he goes.
There we go. Whoa.
There he
There we
goes.
go. Yes, Pete. Look how calm he is.
But just look at that, he's sailing up. That's a good drive.
He just walked up, didn't he? Mate, you've got 8 cylinders of tickled Toyota Fury under that bonnet. I suggest you use it.
Yes. This one's going to be a tight one.
Ruben's got power on tap, but the big 200, well, is big, and he practically needs to cut his own track to the top. One thing you can say about Ruben,
Go,
though,
mate.
he doesn't hold back.
That's the go. Yeah, there we go.
He's made it up, but that was a big hit.
What's going on here? I reckon the bar is pushing hard into the...
Would you look at that? The bar has actually dented the front light and the sliders have taken a fair old whack. But the canopy has just shrugged off that bank like it was nothing. But the door, well, it wasn't so lucky.
Well, in true Melbourne fashion, things have gotten real quick. Stu's done a bead and Ruben's done a little bit of damage to the 200. And we've got the hardest section of track up next, so I reckon it's going to be an interesting day. First things first, we'll have to sort this tyre out before we can keep moving. It's a good place to do a bead.
Ah, man, that's got to suck to change in this mud. Changing a tyre here is going to be a challenge. So, first up, we're going to attempt to reseat the bead.
We just want to lift this vehicle up so we can try and reset this bead. It's going to be a nightmare though. We've got mud all through the bead, but we've done it before. You just got to wash it out really well, and hopefully, saving grace might be the fact it doesn't come off the other side of the wheel as well, so it's not too bad.
You might think there's no way you could reseat a bead with this much mud around, but with a bit of clean up to the rim surface, it's definitely possible.
Oh, spat in my face. Oh, good stuff.
Up ahead, the ruts get a heck of a lot bigger, and you can see the aftermath of a lot of other vehicles attempting the climb.
Oh, here we go. This next bit of track, it's just going to get more wild. It goes up a steeper hill, and the big drop off, the big ruts here, it's going to be hard.
In she goes.
Oh, I'm going to have to give that a little bit.
Now you're lined up, give it a bit of mayo.
Yeah, that's the plan. There's not much chance of that. We might have to like put a little log in there or something. What do you reckon in there?
Right here, Sooty's stuck in two big wheel ruts, and she just doesn't want to climb out. Man, just look at the size of those ruts, they're huge.
Lovely. That might just get the front up a little bit. And then... All right, boys.
Give her a bit of herb.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Really going to put the test here.
You just push the log out anyway.
There might be a little winch for me, mate.
Have a winch?
Yeah, I think so.
This is actually going to be a pretty hectic winch. There is almost zero traction, not going to get the car up and over that massive rut.
Righto, Toolangi, it's a local track for a lot of people in Victoria, and it's about as tough as they get, and I reckon each one of you guys out there would have a local tough track that you've just, you know, it's really tough that you need to use a winch on. And just so happens I've got a rubber winch to give away, so in the comments below let us know a local track, your local track, that you'd need a winch on, that you want to go and conquer. Let us know in the comments below. I'll go through and choose one lucky winner to win a run to winch. At the moment, it's doing a trick for me.
With Sooty out of the first big ruts, I've given it another go under my own steam, but there's still just no traction. So I'm keeping the Runva hooked up to assist a little bit when needed.
Tune, I'll drive that now.
If you go back, mate, and try that again,
Yeah.
from there. Oh yeah. You come back a bit more, there's just a little lip there. Oh, so close. She wants it, she wants it. There we go. Go, 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 go.
Wowzers. I haven't heard Soot be that angry for a long time. There's some mud going everywhere. That's about as much fun as you'd have your pants on, there's no doubt about that. Even twin locked on 35s, I couldn't make it up this one, and the D-Max is going to find it even harder. So we've got to winch Jocko up a little way to even give him a crack at the top. With much less clearance than Sooty, this is a huge winch, literally dragging the diff pumpkin along the mud. But the Runva gets it done.
Come on. There we go. Going everywhere. Oh, there you go, mate.
Good one, mate. Nice.
Good fun. Righto, let's get the next bloke up, eh?
Done.
Righto, Sam. The big two. Oh, he's not holding back. Are you in full drive?
Yes. Might turn that front locker off though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Right, your wheels are straight now.
Give that a crack?
Yep, give that a go. Nah. Hey, we'll winch you, mate.
Fair enough.
That was a good crack, though. Big girl.
Yeah.
This was a great drive by Sam, but this rut is just a bit too hectic. We've got to get on the winch.
Yeah, go.
Go, go, go.
Go, go, go. Go back a bit, mate.
Would you look at the mud? This is so slippery, and it's going to take all the noise to get up it.
Drive it like a rental.
Bit of body there.
Yep. There you go. No!
That's when you get too much power.
Too much pud. Too much pud. Sam, you've got a whole lane over. You changed lanes. You didn't indicate. That's a fail.
Can't believe you had 3 puds, mate.
Oh, too much pud.
That's it, mate. Get in right.
Once again, clearance is the issue here, and Stu is soon beached in the mud. This mud is just turning to slop, and for each car in the convoy, the track is just getting harder.
Keep in it. Right. That's where Sam got to, too.
With one last winch, Stu is finally lining up for the top. Well done, mate.
Yes. Yep. Never know. Oh, yeah. One more, go on. Yep.
We'll try second.
It's going halfway up that step you need to get up.
If you can just get those front tyres up and over the first rut, this will be a much easier winch.
Pete's forgiven, have a winch. I haven't seen it be used for ever.
Might be it, boys. Might
That's
be
a
it.
first.
That might
Pete
be
on
it.
the winch
Yeah, I
like
think
the
so.
rest of us.
Before we came out.
Aeroplane track really has delivered the challenge. What do you reckon? Would you give this one a crack in your rig?
Pete, you wild man. He's loving life.
Done well.
Right,
Done real
big
well.
200, let's see what it can do, mate.
It's taken a fair bit of winching and screaming and yelling. Half lost my voice from all the screaming. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Come on, you beautiful big girl. Come on, Gloria.
Just idling up. Here we go.
Around the corner.
Might help. Letting you down. Give it 8. Wants to, but then it's getting hung up in the
Let's
back.
just give her a winch, mate.
Yeah, I think so.
With that long wheelbase, it's a big ask for Ruben to punt the big rig up, and the canopy is soon burying itself into the back bank. We've had to do some huge winches today, and this one is no exception. But we've soon got Ruben to a point where he can head up on his own steam. All right, mate, send it to the top.
Well done, well done.
Woo! Yeah!
Yep. Well, that was an insane hill, I'll tell you what. Lots of tyre spin, lots of loud noises, and a fair bit of winching. Pete probably had the least amount of winching out of all of us. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking about his rig, so I think it's high time that we went and checked it out and see exactly what mods he's running, because this is one capable little machine. Pete, I'm not gonna lie to you, mate, you've got some wild tracks down here in Victoria.
It's been a great day.
It's been wild, mate. Mate, you've got probably the least amount of mods out of the convoy, yet this is one of the most capable rigs in the convoy. So what have you done to it?
Look, it's a great car to drive. We've tried to keep it simple and pick the mods that we think are going to work out here. 2-inch lift, that's it. We're running some 35s on some beadlock rims so we can get the pressures down. Standard 3-litre motor that Nissan popped in these vehicles. We've done no mods to the motor. Usual bar work up the front, of course the winch for when it's required. Travelling with you guys, I've learnt that it doesn't always work through daylight hours, so we stuck some spotties up the front as well. The mandatory second battery to keep the beers cool in the back with the fridge. Look, it's a manual car, it doesn't have crawler gears or anything. It's a real treat to drive. A couple of comfy chairs up front. Yeah, so we've put front and rear lockers in it. And we've also put our EVC throttle controller in it. It just seems to be a really good package. It gives us complete control over the vehicle, so we know when we're going to a bit of momentum or we need to back off just to put the tyres in the right place.
Does the trick. Now, when it comes to driving a vehicle like this, what do you reckon the one skill is that you need to master to try and drive these tracks?
I reckon there's two in my mind. One is picking a good line and throttle control. Knowing to be on it and off it, it can make all the difference, and trying to preserve your car as well to get through one of these trips. You know, the last thing you want to do is be on the tools and having to work on it. So, you know, if you can do some small upgrades like panhard rods and trailing arms, just toughen them up for those side impacts, I really think it makes a big difference.
Well, mate, it goes to show this thing goes just about everywhere, mate, and look, if you can keep up to Sooty, it must be doing all right.
Doing my best, buddy, I'm doing my best.
It's doing better than Sooty. All right, let's keep going, mate.
Toolangi, what a place, and an awesome way to finish another huge road trip in Victoria. Well, there you go, mate. Victoria, hey? You've seen it at its absolute muddiest and some big rock climbs too. What do you think?
Oh, mate, absolute cracker of the last few days.
Been
really,
fun, hasn't it?
Really, really good, mate. All that mud.
That's good. That's good, mate. Well, you've been in the comfy D-Max and in Soot. Which one do you reckon's better?
Oh. I've got a cruiser, mate. Toyota,
eh?
Sooty.
I get it, mate. He's in the right vehicle to be saying the right words, that's for sure. Let's check in with the boys, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, Jocko, got a copy, mate?
I sure do, mate.
That will go down as one of the most epic little bits of mud I've ever had the pleasure of driving. You did well, mate, to take a stock standard D-Max basically through there.
Oh, mate, yeah, she did all right, I reckon, all things considered. I tell you what, though, I don't think I will show Graham the inside or outside of this car, and I think I'll give it a couple of washes before I give it back to him. What an epic track that was. Had a ball.
Mate, that's insane. If you've got half as much mud in the interior as Sooty does, you'll be in that little car wash for about a week straight, I reckon.
Oh, not wrong, not wrong. And also, just how good are the tracks down here as well? Pretty much everywhere we've driven has just been unreal, but that muddy track, oh, that was a good bit of fun.
Yeah, absolutely not wrong, mate. Sam, that big 200, mate, I can still hear it in the back of the convoy. How'd you pull up?
Mate, what an absolute blast that was. There's Gonna take a lot of explaining to Andy about why the car is now brown, but, well, it's such a hoot.
Mate, it was insane. That big 200 ate it up, and when you have the snatch strap on the back of it, mate, that noise, holy heck, I think a few trees fell down.
I can confirm that it sounds alright, this thing.
And Stew Dog, mate, you know, you're probably a tyre size too short, mate, but that didn't hold you back.
No, we give it what for, mate. You know how we go. We've got mud in my eyes, mud in my ears, mud in my underarms, and everywhere else you privilege you can think of.
And PSI Pete, mate, I'm sick of saying good drive to you, but holy heck, you did some good drives.
Mate, every time I come away with you blokes, I think this is probably one of the best trips I've had. And I'm going to say it again, it's one of the best trips I've had. Melbourne mud, you just can't beat it. I think it's going to be stuck to the car as a memento of a great trip.
No, you're not wrong there, you're not wrong there. And up the back, keeping us all safe, the big 200. Ruben, how'd you go, mate?
Oh, absolutely epic there, Sean. Mate, when I was heading up that track yesterday, I felt like a pinball in a pinball machine, just ricocheting off each side.
Yeah, ripper, mate. Well, cracking trip, boys. I reckon the only way we can make this a little bit better is to, oh, you'll see where I'm about to take us.
If it's a place I've been hoping we get to the whole trip, mate, I'm excited.
How's this for a coincidence, mate? We just pulled out of the bush, covered in mud, and have a look what's in front of us, mate.
Oh, stop it. The Black Spur Inn. I got a score to settle with this pub, mate. It's, yeah, I think I owe you a beer too, I reckon.
Oh, this day keeps on getting better, mate. I reckon, I'll go see if there's a park right out the front. This might be us for the afternoon, boys.
Oh, mate, sounds good. I tell you what, I take my hat off to the Victorians. They got some sensational views, some awesome tracks, and they got a couple of nice pubs to finish the trip off as well. So, pretty stoked, eh?
You're not wrong, mate. Look, I'm just going to park out the front of the pub here. It doesn't get much better, the old Black Spur. Here we go, look at that, parking right out the front too. Well, there you go, folks. Another Victoria trip done and dusted. And the rigs are looking pretty well used after some hard days on the tracks. This part of the world is absolutely worth a visit. I think you'd all agree that the only way to finish a hard day in the mud is with a few cold ones. We've got the perfect place on the edge of the forest to wet our whistles on.
Oh, Jack's sponsor just wants that beer.
Well, we've asked for some of the toughest tracks in Victoria, and there's no doubt about it, mate.
We found some, and the best part is there's heaps more out there too.
Exactly right. We've seen just about every type of terrain. Now, you guys who live down in Victoria, you're very, very blessed to have some of the best four-wheel drive tracks in your local area. Now, if you're not from Victoria, I suggest you get down here as well. It's not all about the high country. There's so many tough tracks to see and do down here. We saw just about every terrain known to four-wheel drive.
Oh, mate, big ruts, big rocks, mud.
Lots of mud. And I tell you what, we've had breakages, we've had tyres off wheels, we've had panel damage.
Oh, yeah.
And look, Sooty's in showroom condition still, mate.
Yeah, the D-Max isn't.
No, it isn't at all, but we've had a lot of fun doing it.
Do you know what though? Also, having Chris along as well, I think.
I know, he's won a trip to come with us, and he's full of beans at the moment. He's absolutely loving it.
Which car do you reckon he enjoyed being
I actually asked him.
It wasn't me, was it?
It was the other one.
I knew it.
He's had an absolute ball. It goes to show you can come away on a four-wheel drive 24/7 trip. Now, he's a big fan of Snatch Clothing, and he's part of our social media, so that's where you're going to find it. If you want to get a chance to come on a trip, I suggest you join our Facebook and our Instagram page, and look, because we're on the hunt to take more people with us.
Definitely.
That's what it's all about. If you reckon you can handle a week with us, let us know in the comments below, because Chris, well, he's still here, so it's a good sign. It's a good sign. But folks, don't go anywhere, because coming up next, we've got our outtakes, and mate, they're always a bit of fun.
Oh, they are, yeah. We've had a lot of fun on this trip. Cheers, mate.
Cheers,
Been
cheers.
a ball.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Right, shout is it?
Jim's.
Now, I've always run. Oh, you. What the? Who's that? Sorry.
Hope it don't end up on four-wheel drive fails.
Oh, she's still rolling. Oh, you already did that. What? That's been rolling the whole time. Yep.
Oh, Jocko.
Gloria, you big, fantastic hippopotamus. Yes, you do. You good kid.
Good sign. Now, folks, don't go anywhere, because coming up we've got our 8 outtakes.
Yeah,
Eight takes?
eight
We've got
takes.
eight takes?
Eight takes. This is an outtake, probably.
Don't know. Nothing at the moment. Hello.
Guys, don't go anywhere because coming up next we've got our... Hurry up. Oh, this is a light beer too. Ready for the weekend. Oh, you about... Yeah, it's going to be a good night.
Oh,
ready? Well, mate, big day.
Cheers, mate. Massive day. Cheers, boys.
Mate, you know what I love about Victorian?
What's it? Victoria.
We're good at this. We could do this for a gig. Righto. Oh,
Can you roll mine up too?
things are going to get a little bit loose. There you go. Pull that one. Pull that one. Righto. Righto.
Hope I don't end up with four-wheel drive fails.
Don't go anywhere, outtakes. Goodbye. That's all we need to say.
That's what you need to do.
Righto.